Hey, it's Nikki back again for another paranormal thing that happened. I'm just watching Ghost Adventures and sorry, I'm holding my camera because I don't have the cord so I can like put it up nicely like I usually do, but I just want to talk to you about my most scariest, I think, ever paranormal thing that ever happened to me ever. I think it was about a month or two later after my mother passed away, and like my dad would go to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so like I would always wake up. I don't know why I would always wake up, but I would. So I go into his room because like when back then I didn't have a TV in my room, or I didn't have like I did have TV, but I didn't have like cable or like direct TV. Like that's what I had back in the day. So yeah, so I went in my dad's room and it's the same setup. Like I'll show you right now. Like it's like this, like where the bed is right in front of the TV. So like I would sit there and I'd watch TV in his room, and it was a really bad storm, like really bad. Like it was thundering, it was lightning everywhere, just so bad, pouring rain, and the DirecTV back then wasn't good. Not to be mean to DirecTV, like I enjoy DirecTV, but like back then, like it went out, and it was like that little like bar where it's like, oh, we can't like figure out like the TV thing. So like I tried everything in my body, in my like power to like put DirecTV back on because like I could not go to bed back like without TV on or without any kind of background sound. So I just like sat there in the room, like trying to fall asleep because I was like really frightened. I was home alone, and I didn't have any dogs. Right now I have like Balto and Angel, which are my two dogs right now. They're like little company whenever I'm home alone, but I didn't have anybody with me that night. I was by myself completely, and my dad just left for work, and it was like stormy as all hell, like rain, thunder, just really bad. So I was just sitting there, and I heard, because like my mom passed away, like this like social worker lady came by to give me like her card so I can like talk to her or call her any time of the day if ever I need anything. So like I threw away I probably threw away like the card because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to talk to somebody about my problems with somebody I really don't know, and I also don't want to go to focus groups for it. But I don't know. So I was like desperately trying to find this like little letter. I didn't want to go in the room, out of the room. I didn't want to go to the bathroom, which is like seriously like 12 feet away. I didn't want to go anywhere. Just wanted to stay in that room. And I heard like this body, like if you were to come like fresh out of the shower, like no towel whatsoever, that you didn't towel yourself off, like let's say like you just came out of a swimming pool and you were to fall on the ground, like not hard, but you would hear like a little like if you were to trip and fall, like obviously. And like I heard that like trip and fall, and then it was in the kitchen, and the kitchen is about I'd say like 50 feet from like my father's room, and the door was open. I don't know why I didn't close it, but I don't know. I had it open, and I heard it, and I heard the body fall, and I heard it like as if its legs gave out and like weren't working, and it crawled to my father's room, and there is tile from like the foyer, like from the front room, or from the front door, like there's tile, and then there's linoleum from my like dining room to the kitchen, like the hallway, and it fell in the kitchen. It crawled its way at least up to the foyer, and I freaked out in my mind. And like even when I heard that, I went to the drawer of my dad's room where we usually keep like random like paper pieces of paper, like notes or whatever. So like I ran over there, and like I was like desperately searching for like this letter, and I could not find it. I even had like the phone like on my hand, but I didn't know my father's like work number, so I could like talk to him or talk to anybody, because I knew no one was going to be up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, like 5:30. And I was freaking out, but it stopped. Like, the body stopped at the foyer, and that was it. I even, like, peeked over, like, the doorway to see to the foyer, because my dad's room, like, you could, like, peek over, and you could see, like, the kitchen, like, the corner of the kitchen, and a little bit of the dining room, and I just, oh my God, like, it was, like, the scariest thing. I was seriously crying, and I just, it was really bad. Like, my heart was pounding. I'm crying because I'm, like, afraid of, like, whatever it is, if I do ever see it, like, what it was. And it was just so bad. And eventually I fell asleep because, like, I didn't want to stay awake and, like, witness whatever this thing was. But, I woke up, went to school like I did normally, and, like, it was just a normal day, and I got my mind off it. But whatever that happened that night, or that morning, will always stay in my mind. Like, it was the scariest thing. Like, even now I feel really freaked out just talking about it, because, like, I've lived in this house. Like, we moved here when I was about 4, and when I was a kid, like, nothing really happened, but it happened ever since my mother and brother passed away. My mom passed away, and about 3 days later, my brother committed suicide and passed away too. And it's just, ever since that stuff happened, like, I don't know what happened. It just started happening. And that was probably the worst experience I've ever had, is that my brother, or not my brother, is that body thing, like a wet body. Just fall on the ground, like, not like boom, like big ass thud, just like a little tiny, like, oh, you tripped and fell. And then just, like, used its arms to crawl over to where the hell I was. And I just, thank God I didn't see anything. Thank God I didn't, like, notice anything. I just heard it, and that was it. I just, like, held my, like, sheets, like, little kid. I'm just, like, sheets. I'm, like, no, trying to, like, hide myself underneath the sheets, like, you know, kids do. And I fell asleep, thank God. Thank God I fell asleep. But that was probably the worst ever experience I'll ever have. I'm pretty sure no one will ever believe me, but that happened to me, and that's why, like, anytime I take a shower, I freak out, just because, like, I could be that person, just, like, fell on the ground, and, like, someone hears me like that too, or I just, I have a fear of, like, anything like that. It just scares me, and I hope to God that will never happen ever again, but it did happen. But, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks for watching. This is Nikki. Just remember, I don't know if people do this. I don't know if I could try, but, like, hit down below and subscribe. Become a member of the paranormal people that have ever happened in their own house, because I am one of those people. If I could find, like, a Facebook thing, or, like, Twitter fan thing of, like, where people have had paranormal experiences in their houses, like, definitely I damn would, because I could share my experiences on there, because, like, I like telling other people my experiences, whether or not they believe it, but it happened to me, and that's why, like, I believe in paranormal. I believe that anything could happen, so I don't mess around with anything paranormal. I am afraid of even a Ouija board, because those things to me are just bad luck. I've heard so many horror stories of, like, paranormal things with, like, the Ouija board. My husband wants to get one, but oh no, God forbid I ever get a Ouija board. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to my little blunder of what just happened about my little house being all haunted. But, like, thanks for watching. Remember, this is Nikki.